Who has questions to answer? Omane Boamah, the defense minister, or Muntaka, the interior minister? Someone brought the fugitive from justice into town and he was not made to answer any question. He has run away. Join us for all the details on this matter tonight on Good Evening Ghana. Come back because I heard the guy saying a few things about me. Everything you heard on social media is completely false. And this is the kind of journalism that these days we have. They say they call it jandam or something like that, where I wasn't trained like that. There's no training I've had in journalism that says, go and say something that's not true, say it plenty times and it will look like it's true. I've never, in my journalism career practice, said anything that's untrue, anything I've done on the touch screen. We don't say untrue things. We're not trained to say untrue things. We're trained to analyze. But he just says anything that's not true. And people have been telling me that, is it because of the Sami JF match? I don't know. But he said that I've left my house. My family is gone. My wife is gone. All that is completely untrue. This evening, I've seen Adenta Kumi do a video to respond. But beyond that being untrue, let us deal with the matters. Here's a guy who publishes anything. Now, we have heard that apart from having a bench warrant against him, issued directly by the High Court, by Justice Chebafo, a Court of Appeal judge, sitting as an additional High Court judge, issuing a bench warrant against this fugitive from justice. He did come to town. We know he came to town. He did. And Justice Bafo Boni is the acting Chief Justice. And is that Bafo Boni's photograph? Okay. Yes, no, that's not Bafo Boni's photograph. So this is Justice Bafo Boni, who is the acting Chief Justice. Now, we hear something we don't believe. We hear that Justice Bafo Boni is being told by some of the NDC supporters that he should try as much as possible to bring this fugitive from justice, self-styled journalist into town, in spite of a bench warrant issued by a justice of the Court of Appeal. We are hoping that this is not true. And we understand that lawyer Tamaklo, Eduji Tamaklo, is it true that you are also working, to make sure that this fugitive from justice comes to town? That's Lawyer Tamaklo. Lawyer Tamaklo, is it true that you are working to make sure that this guy comes to town in spite of a bench warrant against him from the issued by a Court of Appeal judge, sitting as an additional High Court judge? I mean, these are the things that are concerning to the democracy. This guy that we are talking about, he sits in America, he has a platform, and then he says everything. This is a guy who has just basically torn apart the Ghanaian social fiber to the benefit of some political class. So they like it, to the benefit of some political class. And that's why the Sami JF story is going to be very important today. When they are doing these things, they forget that whatever you sow is what you reap. They forget. They feed this guy, and this is a guy who has torn the Ghanaian social fabric apart. He's insulted Archbishop Duncan Williams. Happy birthday to him. He celebrated his birthday recently. This guy sitting in America talks about Archbishop Duncan Williams, our Archbishop, anyhow. And politicians feel that they have to encourage him because sometimes he says something in their favor. He's spoken about the Asante Hene. He talks about the Asante Hene. Anyhow, the key people who hold our social fiber together, this guy sits in America, talks about them anyhow. Because there's no threshold. He just talks, and nobody holds him accountable. He doesn't live in the country. So many defamation suits have been filed against him. Maybe I'm going to add mine. It's all sitting here. When we said that he had run away into Ghana, he was not able to talk about it. This guy has a loud mouth. He talks about everything. He was told that you came to Ghana and you ran away. And I'm hearing from some of the ministers that we even thought were responsible, that some of them said that it is they who asked him to leave because they can't have him here. And he hasn't said anything about it. He's tried to come to Ghana and told the government that they should give him an appointment so that you have an immunity. I mean, you cannot live in Ghana and do that kind of journalism. He has to know that, and therefore, he has to come and face the bench warrants. I hope that the things we are hearing that Justice Bafo Boni is being told by some of the people in the ruling party that he should try hard and do something as acting Chief Justice to bring the guy into town so that he can live in Ghana and all of that. I hope those things are not true. I know Justice Bafo Boni a little bit. The lawyers who know me have told me that he would never agree to bring somebody who has offended the courts and against whom a bench warrant has been issued by a Justice Cheba for a Court of Appeal judge. That Justice Bafo Boni will never do that. And that's the issue. This is Justice Cheba who issued the bench warrant against him for the contempt of the court. And there are many defamation suits against him. He says in America, he says everything. Please, everything he says is not true. That's what they call their style of judge. It's called jandam. I understand that it means you say the thing that is not true, say it so many times. This guy, we also hear that Ibrahim Mahama sends him money to buy bundle. Apparently, he wants money to buy bundle, so he gets $180, $130 from... Ibrahim Mahama is a generous guy. Everybody knows that. So Ibrahim's generosity buys him bundle to do his program. I don't know whether Ibrahim knows the kinds of things he says about people like the Asante-Hene, people like Duncan Williams, who Ibrahim Mahama understands are an important aspect of our social democracy, our social fiber. He understands that. But he sends him bundle money. I mean, if I was to ask Ibrahim for bundle money, I'm sure he'll send me. So he sends him bundle money, so he gets $120 to buy a bundle and then do... I know of another businessman. I mean, he thinks that we know everything that happens around what he does. But those are not newsworthy. They are not things that come into the news.